Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Andrew from FanShare Sports here. And since we've had a lot of new people join the site recently, I thought it would make sense to do a quick video explaining how to use FanShare for identifying potential GPP targets for PGA. So, a good place to start is our most tagged golfers list, which is available in FanShare Pro. And this list provides just a good snapshot of which guys are getting the most mentions this week, along with their sentiment rating, which is intended to capture the start or sit sentiment about that golfer across the DFS industry this week. So if you have a particular golfer in mind that you like and you're wondering about how popular he might be, this list is just a good reference to try and gauge his potential ownership. So obviously, the further down the list we go, the less likely it is that these golfers are going to be higher owned, but it's also not completely out of the question. While how much a golfer is being talked up throughout the week has proven to be a good indicator of ownership, it's certainly not the only influencing factor, especially this week with heavy rains forecasted for Friday and the uncertainty just in terms of how people are going to react to that when it comes to lineup construction. Things can change really fast. So another way to identify potential lower owned tournament targets is to look at our DraftKings projections and check where the golfers with the highest projections rank on our most tagged list. So obviously, right at the top of the list, guys like Jason Day and Jordan Spieth stand out as two golfers who aren't trending at the moment, at least, towards big ownership. I wouldn't say relative to some of the other top-end golfers this week. Now, keeping in mind these are just projections, obviously, some of these are going to pan out and some won't. So that's just another approach you can use to identify some lower-owned guys. So finally, another way you can identify potential lower-owned plays is to go to our Players tab and sort this list by sentiment rating, which is the start-sit percentage column here. So the default here is guys with 100% start ratings, where the sentiment is positive around that golfer. If you flip through the pages, eventually you will find guys with more mixed sentiment. So 95%, 94%, 92%. That's still pretty high sentiment. But as you scroll down, that sentiment will become more and more mixed. So whenever you see a golfer with a mixed sentiment rating, that's usually reflective of differing opinions out there on whether that golfer is a start or a fade this week, which usually does end up putting pressure on his ownership. So a good example this week, we see Bubba Watson here. He's one of our higher tagged golfers this week, but you can see he's got a pretty low sentiment rating here of only 42% start. And that's basically around concerns about his current form. I mean, he's won the tournament twice out of the last 3 times it's been played. So the ceiling is there, and there's also some talk out there this week that the course itself favors left-handed golfers. So, that's potentially an option if you're looking for a lower-owned, higher ceiling guy. All right, that's it for today, guys. But hit us up on Twitter at FanShare Sports if you have any questions about the site. And good luck this week.